Here's how I think that DCU Batman should be portrayed like a myth, like a creature of the night. Yes, the Gotham City Police Department knows he's just a man in a costume. Maybe they know, maybe they don't. But to the average thug, the average Gotham City civilian, they don't know. Is he a creature? Is he like a man-bat kind of thing? Is he a meta-human? Is it just a man? They don't know. They just see this hulking animal-like figure in the shadows. Does he even exist? Is it just like a tactic that the Gotham City Police Department is using to scare criminals away? Focus on how it's almost like a kind of like an anxiety or like an OCD where Bruce needs Batman to get through his daily life. He puts on the mask. He's just like, I'm finally able to be free and be myself and deal with my trauma, because that's how he deals with his trauma from his parents passing away. Pretty much like show the focus Bruce Wayne, he puts on the persona to try to look like a normal person to the everyday Gotham civilian, and then really he's suffering from this deep anxiety, this deep depression, and OCD of like having to fake this whole persona for the public, kind of like how people in real life, they have depression, they have this and that, and they have to put up this whole facade of being okay. That's kind of what Bruce suffers from. He's really like Batman, but he has to pretend to be Bruce Wayne to get through the day. Maybe he's on meds. The meds help keep him tame during the day, and then when the nighttime comes, he just can't wait to put on the mask and go beat the shit out of criminals, because that's how he deals with his trauma. And then focus on Alfred, telling Bruce, you've been doing this for a couple of years. It doesn't seem to be doing you any good. It doesn't seem to be doing Gotham any good. Put these guys away and 5 more grow in their place. Bruce is just like, whatever. I'm gonna keep doing what I'm doing, because he's so disillusioned that he knows that he's going to clean the streets if he keeps doing this every day. Pretty much focus on that duality between that he really is Batman and he has to put up this Bruce persona, and it has an effect on him having to fake that every day in and out, just like it has an effect on a real person, whether you have depression or not. Having to fake who you are to be liked or whatever the hell it is. Have the costume be kind of like a second skin, so like a very thin silicone cowl with maybe some wrinkles and stuff, so it looks very animalistic, and have the costume be very tight, but also maybe some slight hints of tacticality and stuff. But have the costume pretty much be like a second skin, so if you ever are unfortunate enough to see this guy up close, you still don't know, is that a man, is that a creature? It's pretty much how I feel that the DCU Batman should be portrayed to set him apart from the other Batman. Make this Batman a psychopath, because that's what he is. He is Batman, and he needs the Bruce Wayne persona to get through, and it's a cool duality between people that suffer from OCD, depression, and masking in real life. And you could use this character of Batman, such a big character, to show what that's like for someone on the status of Bruce Wayne, someone that's constantly in the public eye, someone that's a millionaire. And then at the end of the day, he has all this money, all these gadgets and stuff, but really, he's just like everyone else. He suffers from these things that everyone suffers from, and nobody knows, because he has to go and pretend to be Bruce Wayne for the world.